Okay, so this lesson is going to be just covering some basics for guitar day number 1. Remember that we're working with strings just 1 and 2, right? We got to remember that we count our strings 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 from the floor, right? And again, these strings are named E and B. And further, we're going to be just using our 3 fingers here, or really just 2, our ring and our index finger. And we're working on Mary Had a Little Lamb out of the key of C. Now the key right now probably doesn't even matter to you. We just need to know that we're on those 2 strings and we're using these 2 fingers. And again, don't allow yourself to get away with just using your pointer finger. Even though it feels the most natural, it's going to result in slowing you down in the long term. So we want to be disciplined even from the get-go with using the right fingers. And that is your ring and index. So those are your first 2 measures, right? That's going to be open high E, ring finger on the 3rd fret of B, pointer finger on the 1st fret of B, back up to the 3rd fret. There's your first measure. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Missed that last note there. But the second measure here is all open strings. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And the goal here is to go just as slow as you have to. It doesn't matter right now how fast you can get it going, but make sure you're using your pointer finger, your index rather, to control the 1st fret notes, and your ring finger to control the 3rd fret notes. Another thing to pay attention to is when you have quarter notes versus whole notes. So for example, when we go, those are all quarter notes, right? That last little lamb is a half note because it gets 2 beats, right? Little lamb 4, little lamb. So we have a half note as the last note on a lot of our measures. Be mindful of that as you play through this little arrangement. Take your time on this, and again, this is just designed to get our fingers moving for the first time. One last reminder I'll give you about your pick is the way I like to get everybody started is with just a teardrop shaped pick just like this one. Thumb's going to be pointing up to the sky. You want your pick to be just about like this with not a lot of tip showing. You're going to make a cradle out of your fingers, come down, and you want your pick to be perpendicular with your thumb. So from my point of view, notice I have way less than half of my pick showing through, right? That's really important. You don't want this right here. You don't want to be holding the pick this way. You don't want to be holding it with 2 fingers like you're dipping a tortilla chip, right? We want to be pinching it with our thumb, perpendicular to our thumb, right? So my thumb's pointing towards the ceiling. My pick is pointing out the window that way, right? That's going to give us more tone, more control, and it's going to keep us from losing our pick inside of our guitar. Good luck this week, and we'll see you next time.